Real men handle money. Find out why right after this. Hey everybody, I am Taylor from Beard vs. Geek, where I show you it is okay to be a man and a geek at the same time. Now, real men handle money. Let me explain what I mean by that. First off, I am not saying that men are better at handling money than women. Not at all. What I am saying is that men handle money and boys do not. You can say the same thing about women. Women handle money, girls do not. Now, children do what feels good without any real thought of what happens in the future, whereas adults do. Now, as a real man, you should know what happens with your money. You have the potential to become a millionaire in this lifetime, but that does not happen overnight. If your retirement plan or if you're buying a house plan involves the lottery in any way, shape, or form, you are a boy and not a man. Real men plan for their retirement. Real men plan their finances. And they know what is going in and what is going out. The first step to becoming a millionaire is to set a budget. Monthly, weekly, or bi-weekly budgets are a great way to track what's happening with your money so that you can get out of debt, start saving for your own home or pay off your own home, setting up your own retirement, and then doing the things in life that you always wanted to do, but you never had the money. Now, first off, if you are really serious about handling your money like a man, if you are serious about killing the wolves, we'll get to that in a minute. If you are serious that you want to pay for your house and you want to be financially stable, there are 2 books that I would recommend reading. I do have affiliate links in the description box down below. You can click on that. You buy the books, you're also helping out this channel at the same time. Those books are The Total Money Makeover and Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The Total Money Makeover has really changed my view of finances overall and on forming a monthly budget and attacking the wolves. The Rich Dad, Poor Dad, that has changed the way I've looked at financing and investing. Become literate in the form of how money works. Now let's get to making our money work with our monthly budget. So let's plan our budget for the next month. You will need a calculator to do this. Grab a piece of paper, grab a pen. I don't care if you're used to doing your finances online. Having it in physical form makes a big difference. You can pin this to the fridge, whereas in the internet, you can be easily ignored. So first off, we need to talk about our income. Now, hypothetically here, let's say that our monthly income is $2,200. Now, we do have some necessities. These needs include food, rent or mortgage, utilities. These are the needs. Also what we need, money for an emergency fund. Now, with any sort of finances, you need to pay yourself and you need to pay someone else. Those other people, they're wolves. They are wolves taking your money. You got to pay the wolf as well. This can be in the form of credit card debt. It can be in the form of student loans. Let's put SL for student loans. This could be any sort of other debt. You could have a car payment, CP, car payment. Now, this is your list of priorities right here. Income, $2,200. Needs, what is this going to be? Let's say this is for one person, and I'm going to be a little generous here for food. Let's put $300. $2,200 minus $300. Okay, leaves us with $1,900. Rent, let's say that is $650. Leaves us $1,250. Now, utilities, that could be water, power. I'm including the internet in there as well because that is necessary for people to do work nowadays. Certainly necessary for me to do my work. Let's say that those equal $150. Okay, this is just a hypothetical here. Minus $150. $1,100. Now next we come to an emergency fund. This is very important. I have not had an emergency fund until this past year, and it makes a big difference. An emergency fund is for unexpected emergencies that come up. The car breaks down, you break your leg and you need to pay some co-payments, that kind of thing. Christmas gifts, buying Christmas gifts, not an emergency. You have 12 months to plan for Christmas. So an emergency fund is not for that. A baby emergency fund, This is how much you should start off, is $1,000. Or 1,000 pounds if you're living in England. Now this could actually cover big things as well if you're willing to sacrifice some comfort in exchange for necessities. If your car completely breaks down, $1,000 can buy you a really crappy car to get around with. Now your emergency fund needs to be at that amount until all of the wolves are paid off and dead. Now let's say our emergency fund is not fully funded yet. Let's say that we have $800 of emergency fund. So we need to plan $200 to get that emergency fund up and going. Okay, minus $200. That leaves us with $900. Now that we have $900 left, let's skip over savings just a little bit. So that priority is going to come down here because we have our emergency fund. Is enough for us to use that as a cushion to get the freak out of debt. One of the main mistakes that men and finances and women and finances make is getting into debt and having these wolves come and eat you up. If you don't need to pay off any wolves, you can have a fully funded emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of your expenditures, and you can have savings, you could buy a house, you can do all of that if you don't have to pay these wolves. So let's say that the minimum payments, let's say it's $25 for a credit card, student loans, let's say that you finance them a little bit, your minimum payment is $150, and you have a car payment of $300. The minimum payment for all of this is going to equal $475. Now, let's pay the minimum payments minus $475 equals $425 that we can throw at this debt. Now let's say that the total amount of this debt, we have $4,200 in credit card, we have $37,000 in student loans, and we have $2,000 left on the car. Financial people recommend 2 different things. One, attack the one with the highest interest rate, because that'll save you money overall. Or 2, attack the one that is the lowest amount. I would recommend attacking the one with the lowest amount, because as soon as that payment goes away, you're going to have a moral victory right there. You're going to feel like you're doing something. Whereas this may have the highest interest rate. It's going to take you a long time for this to go away, so you have that really delayed gratification, and you're going to burn out. So let's go after the car payment. We paid off our minimum payments here on everything else, and we're going to add $425 to the car payment. This is going to go down $2,000 minus $425 equals $1,575. That is going to be our balance for next month. These balances are going to go down a little bit, but next month, what we're going to do is we're going to start this again. We're going to make sure we have a fully funded emergency fund. If an emergency comes up and you need to pay some to get away of that emergency, fund the emergency fund first, then go and attack the wolves. Attack the wolves so that they will stop picking at you and they will stop slowly killing you. Once the wolves are attacked and once the wolves are dead, let's say that we paid off enough money to get rid of the car payment, that minimum payment of $300 can now be applied to the next loan. So if we don't have that minimum payment of $300 that month, what do we have left? We had $425 plus our new amount of $300 for the car payment. That equals $725. $725 to start attacking the next lowest loan amount. This credit card, $4,200. $725 a month going into this is going to destroy it. At that point, you're going to take the $725, you're going to take the minimum payment of the credit card, the $25, and you're going to attack the student loans. As soon as you are done with the student loans overall, then you can work on your fully funding emergency fund, you can work on savings, you can buy your house, you can become a freaking millionaire. But it starts each month with the monthly budget. We take our income, we take out our needs, we take out the emergency fund, and then we fight the wolves. If you do this every month, and if you assign every dollar a purpose, then eventually you will be like the great man, and you will be out of debt, and you will have financial freedom. I am on this path myself. I am attacking the wolves. I already killed a wolf. I killed the credit card. Next, I'm attacking the student loans, and I'm destroying the student loans. It is taking a while. I cannot live the luxury life because I can't afford the luxury life. I can't afford it right now, but after I kill this freaking wolf, I can fund my emergency fund fully, and I can live an awesome and free life. Go ahead and subscribe if this is your first time here, and if for more manliness, you can click right here, or more manliness and geekiness, you can click right here. Because after all, if the women don't find you manly, they should at least find you geeky. And until next time, beard on, bro.